Greetings and salutations, universe. This is Creeta, and I feel like I've used this spot quite a few times. Let's try that again. Hello. Do you think I should do the greetings and salutations thing again? Maybe not. Hard to say. Oh, why did that flicker? Am I crafting something right now? I probably am. Aha, yes. So I am trying to replace a good chunk of the roof. Right? So in the last episode, we figured out how to make our solar panels, and I believe that's 1/8, maybe a little bit more than an eighth of our roof. And that's pretty exciting, right? This is a lot of power. I don't think I can figure out how much power it is right now, but it's more than we need and probably way more than our cables can handle. That's why there's so many touching. And I think that I would like to try and use what we just sort of touched on in the last episode, which is processing arrays, and I think I put them here. Yes, 10 of these, and I also got 10 of the machine access interfaces, so we can start off with a doodaloo quest complete processing array. I'm a little bit scared of this, not gonna lie. I am nervous about what this thing entails, but I'm also super excited. I think that I might aim for these to be over here. I have a hunch that they're going to be pretty fancy, and no idea what to really think about it. It's going to involve a whole bunch of things. What type of block does it need? Robust tungsten steel. Do we have that? Hello? Robust. Oh, we do. Excellent. Are you going to be able to make those, maybe, possibly, please? Oh, yeah. I think I saw them being made. Boom. Thank you. That's lovely. So, let's see. Where are we putting these? The first step in identifying what the deal is with these guys is probably to identify the fact that hatches are limited on what they can do, right? So a hatch can only take 2 amperages in, and I really want to shove this thing full of everything it's able to be shoved full with, which I think machine access interface. I want to say that's going to be quite a few of these lovely, fantastic chemical reactors. Now the ponderance is, if there's 16 of these, that means I need 8 of these. That's a lot of energy, right? And then things get kind of messy on the back of this, so not too sure what to really... Yeah, I just don't know what to even think about it. So we're just going to place down some things and figure it out from there, right? So we have our buses. We're going to go with EV, I think is a fantastic number of items. That's 25 slots right now. I probably just grabbed 2 inputs. I did. That's terrible. Oh well, no big deal, right? So these are going to be put somewhere. And if we have 8, I guess we kind of want to have them on the side. I think that makes sense, because then this side can be dedicated to the... Yeah? Yes. Yeah. Okay. And the hatches... Hatches, please. Please make some of those. Alright? That will probably take a moment between all of the things. We're still waiting on some chemical reactors. I feel like the rotors aren't that bad, so why... Maybe I configured something incorrectly. Probably. But we still need all of those hatches. Fantastic. And plug those in like so. Now, does it change? It does. Nice. So there is our processing array. Now to figure out the interface itself. Alright, we had to move it, but that did allow us to wait for our 16 chemical reactors. Okay, so how does this work? Alright, we can... It's only one type of machine. Got it. What if we try putting in another? It did say 16, but what if the number is wrong? Huh? Operate 16 yada yada 1 amp. There's no danger. What? Buffered power at the appropriate voltage, so there's no danger at your... Okay. I gotcha. So 16 HP machines off of 1 amp of IV because, yeah, okay. Now for the test. Give you one more. Oh, interesting. Not sure what I think about that. Maybe we might only even need one machine in there. I'm confused, but that's okay. Now, interface. We definitely need an interface for the toluene, because this is going to be this is our test machine, right? If we can get this to work with toluene, then I think we'll be able to get it to work with basically anything. Now, the next question is, where are we missing a cable? Hello? I feel like that's totally connected. Is it not connected? Ah, there we go. It was filling up the machine. Got it. Okay. Now, I did move this one step away, but this is going to work very well. Doink, doink, and doink. And build it up. And these two, I believe. Yes, yes. Good, good. And then the interface itself. Interface really should have a bunch of these. I don't know. Oh, that's not automated? Oh dear. Okay, anyway. Available 7. Can we make at least one? I will deal with that later. But for right now, what we are doing is hooking up the interface in a very similar fashion to what we were doing before. Now, I'm not too sure how this is going to work with the calculation on this, right? Because we want to have this be doing one thing, and that's making gelled toluene, right? So that should be this guy right here. And I wonder if it'll make more sense to multiply it by 8. Not by 8, by 16. So that would be 2, 4, 8, 16. Right? So we're putting in 16 of these items. Ah, no. 1, 2, 3, doink, doink. Because my hope is that I can still do blocking mode and not confuse the living daylights out of our machine. Okay, so that's going to go in there. Blocking mode activated, machine interface, that's all good. And the item applicator, like so. And we'll be pulling out the items on white. Are you guys following? I think this makes sense, right? Distinct buses, no. Click no to toggle. No, I think everything makes sense. Now, it did say something about very specific recipes. Is that the distinct bus mode? It is. A single item input bus at a time when determining if it can run a recipe. Ah, okay, so putting in various things. I think we should just try it, right? So, gelled toluene, let's not confuse it too much. We're just going to try and make 1, which is equivalent to the 32. Start. I saw it activate, and then it flowed in here. It's pulling out. Oh, that worked beautifully. Now, is this going to be the bottleneck on solar production? Let's try and make another 100 of these and see what happens. So this is turned on. It's making our gelled toluene along with a whole bunch of other things. I think I just saw that number at like 300. Yeah, our gelled toluene is doing great. The TNT is still a little bit faster by the looks of it, but now this is so much faster. We already crafted a lot, and all we need to do is hook up some speed upgrades, like so, because this thing is quite fast. Oh, look at that go. It's almost as fast. That is so impressive. Hi, Kitty. Oh, that is wonderful. Beautiful. So good. And just like that, we were able to make, I believe this is 384 panels, new ones. Oh, it's amazing. This set of panels makes the same amount of power that I think we used to. or very close anyway. And what we're looking at now, well, what we used to have is about 780,000 RF per tick. Now, this is doing that on its own, so we have 1.3 million RF per tick. And when we transition all of these panels to the lovely, pretty green ones, we're going to get 3 million RF per tick. I think I really want that. That array makes this go so much faster. Oh, and that explains it. I made another 384, and I got really confused why I didn't have the ones I needed for this section right here. I'm more than halfway done. Oh, this is great. Almost as good as a full set of solar panels. This is ridiculous. This is definitely going to be enough energy for quite some time. We're looking at 3 million RF per tick, and yeah, that'll do. But yeah, that was an excellent test of us figuring out together the processing array, right? Because we have this guy here, and this is a very simple recipe, but we could do this for these guys as well. Something like the compressor or cutting machine, these things require, or they, you know, these take up a lot of our processing time. Maybe even an assembling machine. Possibly. Not sure. Gonna have to think about that. These are taking more and more time, especially when I want to make like 100 CEFs. I pretty much have to just walk away. It's a little bit troublesome, but hey, that's the name of the game. Anywho, definitely going to be playing around with those moving forward. Speaking of moving forward, hit claim, and there we go. All right, what else do we want to do? We have that. I want to do assembling line. Let's take a look and see if we can do this thing. Assembling line, casing, and that. Those look like the primary thingamabobbers, so might as well get started with that. Okay, so that's going to be a tier 5 circuit, which means unfortunately we'll have to update that later, but for now that's okay. Oh, I definitely wanted to have that on OR dictionary substitute. Not that it necessarily might work, but you know, always worth try. Those are robot arms. Oh dear. Okay. I want to see, can I convince you to do that a little bit better? Maybe. I don't know. We'll find out. Okay, so do we have the ability to make everything? I think so. We have tungsten steel frames. We have that. And this guy just requires IV machine hull and assembling machine casing. Like so. That's so many processors. Remember how I was just saying that we might want to do this updated for the processors? Yeah. Probably doing that like now. But we can at least plop these down and try and call these, see if it works. So assembler, assembly line, we'll just call 1 for right now. See what happens. 18 quantum processors. Oh, that's painful. That's so many of them. Why is it crafting only 1? Oh, because we're also crafting quantum circuits. Yeah, that's definitely the bottleneck, huh? For like everything I do from now on, it's going to be those right there. So I want to move those to this. Yeah. Alright, we're gonna update this while I wait for that, right? Okay, so what was it? It was a processing. Process them. Processing array, and what was it? It was the blue one. The blue? Robust. There we go. And a lot of CEFs. We're going to need... I'm doing 8 of these. I know I could do this with just like one. One CEF with the 16 and then do cables. I'm testing this out with CEFs. That's what I'm doing. Chill out. And then a whole bunch of other stuff. And just like that, we should be done. So this is full of tin, and it needs a thing there. Please be finished. Hello. I built you the exact same as everything else. Why you no fart? Why you no work? Output bus, input bus. What are we missing? Honestly. Why? Why no work? You work now? Oh, it needs the machine thingamabobber. Aha! There's always a reason for things not working the way you thought they would, right? So we forgot to put in the machine access interface. Very important. And I am kind of curious if we only need one machine? Wouldn't that be nice, huh? I think I might be able to get away with... See, which one of these is less important? I think polyethylene's pretty easy to make, so I'm going to borrow that. We're going to jump on over here, and we're going to find out if what I think might work works. Right, so we put the assembling machine in there, and just like with the toluene, I'm going to go ahead and take these recipes and do something like multiply them by 2, maybe 4, something like that, so that when we call for a recipe, it tries to at least make a few extras, right? I think that's a good idea. I hope that's a good idea. Because I'm also going to put it on blocking mode, so when it tries to make this, for example, it's going to push in all of that. I think it's a wonderful idea. Who knows? Maybe it won't work. All right, blocking mode on, and we're going to put in the quantum guy, the quantum processor, and the array. Now, let's try summoning some arrays, like 20 of them, and see what happens. So it goes through that step. It's crafting 16 of these right now, but it doesn't have any energy, right? Because we never hooked up energy, and that's okay. But it does let me sort of more accurately see how fast it is. It's pretty slow, so I think it needs more machines. Yes, I'm going to go with that assumption. It needs more machines. So, assembling machine, we're going to make a bunch of them. Summon. I'm going to wait for those crafts to be done first, but our assembling line should be done, just like so, and that is part of the quest right here. Assembly line, assembly line. Hee hee! Yes, it works! So I decided to put in all 16. I did have to steal 4 from over there to kind of get it jump started, but the speed of this thing is getting quite marvelous. So right now it's crafting 16 of our lovely quantum processors and just handling it like a champ, right? So that's the 16, I think, right there. Doink. And yep, there it went. And now it's crafting 4 of these. It'll craft another 4, and that's how fast it's going, where before, that would take a bit of time. All right, not gonna lie, a little bit of time, quite a bit. These 4 are still fairly slow, these quantum processors, but we're about to have everything we need to just, you know, have 16 assembling machines in this one processing array. Oh, it's beautiful. All right, I got very distracted, and I apologize. What we need to do is get back to this. So, great machine casing. What in... is this very special? Nah, that's simple, right? No problem. Do I need to hit... I should hit X there. Yes, yes. Okay. Recipes. Make more. Like that. Oh. And some crafting has happened. These assembling machine casings and assembling line casings are insane. Particularly that's ridiculous. And I realized that I just made this machine really fancy to make circuits, and it's going to be obsolete in about 5 seconds, right? Because the moment we can make better circuits, we won't want to make those anymore. Like quantum, yeah, we'll want to make these, but we'll also want to make the what type is quantum? It's like the tier 4. Yeah, so we'll have a tier 5 circuit, which will be the crystal circuit, and we'll be wanting to make these. Oh, this is an assembling machine as well. Okay, well that does make me feel a little bit better. That machine will not be obsolete forever. We will be needing to put new machines in it though. Anywho, okay, what did we need? We need some LUV energy input hatches. Now, I might be inclined to slap on some IV ones for a little bit, because I don't know if we can make an LUV CEF. Okay, but I can at least take a quick peek. Nope. Oh, maybe. Was that just a quantum processor array? Oh, we can make it. CEF. Doink. And doink. Beautiful. Hey, that's the quest we have. Quest complete. And I can also call for some LUV. Where am I putting all these? Right here. That'll work. LUV CEF. Can I request a few of these? Just, measly 10 of them. Signalum wire. No problem. There we go. Now it's crafting. Now, this is not as fast as I would like it to be. However, I think it'll be improving very soon. Because just like we saw, we are going to have some assembling lines LUV. I'm hoping pretty soon. I think these will be in our hands before too long, and then we can shovel those into that machine over there and have a wonderful time moving forward. But for now, we have this assembling machine to make. What was I making? The CEFs? Yeah, we'll wait for more of those to come out, but for right now, that'll do nicely. Processing arrays over there, machines over there, extra kind of special ones over here, so I'm maybe assembling lines over here. They are pretty. So, yeah, I think we'll do it that way. So what does a slice of this consist of? Is it a bunch of those down there? Yep. Whole bunch of these. I have made one of these before in interactions, and that was a good time. And I'm hoping that this is a good time too. Now, these are, what was it? It was 17 slices. And this is the mini one, and that's 5. So we are going to do the full thing. And yeah, I think that should be quite fun. Do we want to do that together? Maybe. Now, to future-proof this, I am going to be putting it on stilts. This is purely visual, not needed at all. And then we just need to get started on the back, at least in my opinion. We have the solid right there, and then the output bus. We're going to want our wrench at some juncture because the output bus needs to point to the bottom. I believe that's quite important for this guy. You're not ULV. Can it be anything? Output bus LU. Okay, that's fine. Hello. Down there, please. Thank you. Oh, down here. Beautiful. And these guys have to also point down, but that's what I think I'm going to be doing, is placing this sort of one column at a time. So doink, 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 doink. And a whole bunch of solid steel casings along the side. Every now and then I think I can afford to do the easy building. I just don't know if it works with certain blocks, and I want to be quite careful about that. See, it just gets grumpy sometimes. It was working, and I didn't think it was. The next layer is the assembling funny blocks in the middle. Yeah, so funny blocks in the middle. This is a full-size assembling line, so I won't have to increase the size in the future, and I'll probably have to build quite a few of these to do what we want. But hey, that is already starting to look fantastic. The next layer is a whole bunch of grates along with the assembling line casings on the inside. So where's the grates? There they are. And the casings go only on the top until the spot where the actual machine goes, whereas the grates do the full 17 right there. And the top here can be the solid steel machine casing, but I would much prefer it to all be energy and just pump into this thing a ludicrous amount of energy if I can manage it. So more energy input hatches are going to be called, yes, yes, please, please, energy input hatch 7 of those plus the wait, what? Energy? Energy. Oh, that's the wrong ones. Energy input hatch. 3 more. 3 more, please. I'm doing... Excuse me? Oh, dear. Well, we'll do 14 for right now, but I do want every single one of these to be the hatch, because I just love the idea of this thing having a absolutely gargantuan amount of energy flowing through it. I think that's a really fun idea, and I hope you do too. Alright, if I built this correctly when I place this block, all of those will change from the awesome white to that color, and the machine is complete. Now, unfortunately, it is that time of the episode where, well, it's the end. And in the next episode, we'll see if we can get this thing turned on, and I might make a few improvements in between, mainly putting on some more LUV power. Anywho, I hope you enjoyed. This has been Creeta, playing Omnifactory. Bye-bye!